Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Jernine Russell back again with a new episode of Purpose Personified. Always glad to be in this space, my happy place, my creative place, I don't know, this is just... It is real home for me, for real. It is. And I'm always excited. You know, I'm a person who watches quietly in the background, but I love people doing amazing things, positive things that are sending out messages that are just overcoming, being able to just being resilient, being a voice and sharing the experiences that we have to help and to just bless and empower other people. And that is why I was like, I just love this guy. And I love reading.
Yeah.
And your book has been in my list of
Have you finally
Amazon.
got to it?
Like it's up there.
Yeah.
But you know what I did? I cannot buy any more books until I finish reading the ones that I've already bought. And I keep saying to myself, there's no more space on my bookshelf. So I need to kind of get those
books out of the way. Yeah.
Yes. But little backstory, I started this in 2021. God gives me lots of assignments.
Yes.
And I'm always, whenever he gives me a new one, I'm like, oh my goodness, again, new one again.
Yeah.
But he tapped me on my shoulder and was like, Jernine, I want you to speak to people about purpose. And I was like, how am I going to do that? And then he just literally just gave me everything. Just speak to people. Just have a conversation with people. You're good at having conversations with people. And I was like, as I usually do when I'm given a new assignment, like, oh gosh, I can't do it. How am I going to do this? And then he was just like, start with what you have. Use your phone. It was lockdown. Kind of lockdown, so people were kind of on Instagram Live. So I put the date on Instagram. I'm going to do this Instagram Live, and I had to do it because that's how I am. It makes me accountable.
Same. Yeah.
And I think it was the 15th of March 2021, sitting in my house holding my phone because I didn't have any other equipment. And I did it, and we're still here. God has probably refined it a lot more.
100%, yeah.
And I just wanted this to be a space because I just feel like, especially for me, I listen to a lot of podcasts, I read a lot of books, but I'm always struggling to have wholesome Christian conversations that are real.
Yep.
That's not a sermon. So it's been refined as I've gone along, and every time I'm kind of like, I check in with him and say, am I doing okay?
Yeah.
Is this what you want? And then he'll kind of say, yeah, keep going. Yeah. And I keep asking him, are you sure? I've done it for a long time. Are you sure this is what you still want me to do?
Yeah.
And he keeps saying yes. So this is where we are. So I just want you to introduce yourself. I feel really happy. And sometimes people say no very quickly. People that I know, people that are close to me who are doing amazing things, but just don't want to, this is the place that they don't feel like they want to come and share things.
Yeah.
But
and also people judge it by different metrics as well. Like, is it a big podcast? Does it have this numbers?
True, that's true.
I used to be that way, so I understand that mindset. But now the way I judge things is completely different. It's about the alignment of it.
Yes.
What does the podcast represent?
That's it.
Do we share similar intentions? Then I'll go on there. And I've made a promise to myself that I want to be people's first guest, even though you've done like so many. But like, I've done a lot of people's first episodes. The reason why I want that is because you never know who anyone's going to be. And they'll never forget that.
I still feel this about this.
Yeah, they'll never forget that first time.
And I'm telling you, and it's, I had to change the name of this podcast. It used to be called Purpose Driven Life. And it was inspired by a book that I read. And one of my guests came on last year. Yeah. And he said to me, sis, listen, you need to think about like the name and the copyright thing for when this gets big.
Yeah.
And I was like, when I'm a reflector anyway. I'm like,
you just planted a seed in my head.
He really planted a seed in my head. And I thought, you know what? He's right. Let me change this now.
Yeah.
So that we don't have any issues when it does what it needs to do.
Because I look at people like that. Like I always say, one of that new project I was telling you about, the album that I made, there's a song in there called How to See.
Okay.
And it's basically me saying, God, show me how to see. Because, and one of the lines on the song is, I don't even think we see with our eyes. I think we see with our minds. So if you can't see in your mind and you're blind, you're like 10 years behind. And it's like, that song, like, that's my prayer every day. God, show me how to see, show me how to see. Because I realize, like, we're all living on the same earth, but people are seeing different things. And like people as well, someone can see you and know that, okay, in 10 years you're going to be here.
Yes.
And you might not see it. And someone else will see that same person that they just said will be somewhere in 10 years. And someone will see them and think they're going to be nothing.
That is
and
so
I've done
true.
that so much times. And I think that's why I was able to write that song so pure. Because like, it's coming from a real place.
Yeah.
That song, Head, Shoulders, Knees. Remember that song?
Yeah.
From KIG?
Yeah.
He probably see, if he does see this, he's going to laugh. He used to live in my area anyway. And I saw him one day when I was downstairs going to do something.
Yeah.
And he said, come in my car quickly and let me play you a song. You're the first person I'm going to play the song to.
Yeah.
And he played me head, shoulders, knees and toes. And I was like, this is not going to work, bro. You're a grown man
but
talking
listen,
about this.
What do you mean? That is like, that's timeless.
That's a classic anthem now.
It
and I didn't
really
see.
is.
That's what I'm saying.
know.
My eyes wasn't open. So it's like, and that's happened numerous of times. Like I remember Grime Daily used to do something called, I forgot what it was. I forgot what episode it was. But anyway, Jay Huss did one, a freestyle, and I filmed it with my friend Quayson. He was like, I'm just going to film this guy called Jay Huss, follow me. And help me hold the light. And I did. He was filming and I was holding the light. And I remember looking at Jay Huss thinking, this is interesting. You was just quiet.
Yes.
But then as soon as we said it's time to action, you just switched on this persona. I remember thinking, but I still couldn't see bright enough. But I remember thinking, no, that was interesting. The way you just, do you know what I mean? Turned that on. But again, like he went on to be, you know, Huss. And I saw him again at another festival and I reminded him about that day.
Did you?
And then Little Sims was in our first music video.
Wow.
The group that I was in called Marvel, we had a music video called Make Noise, which is on YouTube now. And she's the little girl and Eddie Caddy's her dad in the music video.
Really?
Yes. And it's like,
I remember do you know what? Just remember this moment.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying to you.
Yeah. So it's like, I always say, God, show me how to see in every instance, whether it's a business contract, whether it's a female relationship that I'm in,
of course,
whether it's a friend.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
if they got your intentions.
If they got my intentions, just in every aspect, show me how to see, because like, that's a beautiful prayer. Because if once God opens your eyes how to see, can you imagine?
Listen.
Do you know what I mean?
But you know what? I just want you to introduce yourself first because we got right into it. But I need our audience
I
to
got
know
my
who
name
you
was
are.
Shocka. I'm a rapper. I'm a TED Talk speaker. I'm a mental health advocate, and I'm a new author. I've been an author for like 3 years now. My book came out 2023, September the 7th.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's like, this is, I don't know what to say. The space and how you use your voice is what I love.
Yeah.
It's like you use it in lots of mediums. And I feel like sometimes for our voice to be heard, we have to do it in different mediums.
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
Definitely. Because I just came back from this kind of like working retreat. And one of the things, I've been doing training in like my kind of day job for like 20 odd years.
Yeah.
But I have never experienced, it was like immersive learning.
Yeah.
You know, they speak about our learning styles. We're kinesthetic, we're visual, we're audio. And I'm like, I've never been to a training, even senses, smells. Yeah. You know, I was like, wow. I was blown away by how the training was facilitated because they it's like they were able to encompass every single thing. And when you just spoke about all of the ways that you're delivering your message, it's going to be heard, isn't it? If
100%.
you're doing it all aspects, you know?
Definitely. I remember because healing is like, it's the theme of my life. I feel like everyone has a theme of their life that they start realizing, this keeps popping up. Maybe this must be something that I came here to, this is weaved into my journey somehow.
Yes.
And healing is something that's like weaved into my journey. My favorite Marvel character was Wolverine.
Okay, I
And
know
you
a
know-
little bit about him.
Yeah, Wolverine had the sideburns.
Yeah, yeah.
I used to have side.
My brother was
Yeah.
crazy. We had. Did we have Wolverine? So one of my cousins was amazing at art, and he drew the characters on my brother's wall. Like, I mean, like life-size
Yeah.
figures. But
And
he
Wolverine was
loved.
one of them.
He loved Wolverine.
Yeah. I just loved Wolverine.
I've seen the
And I
film
just-
of that actually.
And I didn't know why I loved him. And I used to be so fascinated by the fact that, like, you know, he'll get scars on his chest
Yeah.
or like people, and then he would like go away and then heal himself.
Yes.
And then come back.
Yeah.
And I'm so fascinated. But it's like, that's what I'm saying. God leaves like little traces of like
so mad.
what you're meant to do. Wolverine, like healing himself. And like, I remember my mum was a fanatic for African movies.
Okay.
She had all the DVDs
Okay.
and like,
Yeah.
and I remember she used to call me for the part when, the pastors would do like a healing.
Oh,
you know, and they have the special effects and
Lay
like
hands.
lay hands
yeah.
and like, and I used to come, and that's what I'm saying. It's always been in my blueprint.
Oh, wow.
But then I remember saying to God, like, I don't know if I've got the ability to heal supernaturally like that. So why is it like, where does this come in? And then like not knowing that, like, just be patient, and then
This is-
your voice, and you're gonna have different. Then that's what I use. I use my voice for like speaking, podcasts, music. Then I use my writing for like books. Then I use like all different avenues I got. The core of it is always healing. If you ever see anything from Shocka, just know that's why I'm doing it. Anything you
I
see.
love that. And we're going to get onto that. But one of the things I just think is so crazy. So in this training, we had to do this like questionnaire, and it was based on Marvel characters.
That's crazy.
But guess what? I was a healer.
No, are you joking?
No, I'm not. I wish I had the thing. I'm going to send you the...
That makes it.
I'm going to send you this thing, right?
I believe it.
But
Send it to me too. I believe
what
it.
it does, it identifies when
What
you...
your
what
that
your
makes
thing
sense.
is. So
yeah.
I just find that really interesting. So we'd probably
definitely. Yeah,
be
for sure.
in the same group
Because our voice is like our core instrument.
It really...
And that is a healing tool, because like you're going to have to speak to different people every single day.
Yep.
Like communication is our main thing. If we're not on the phone, we're voice noting. If we're not voice noting, we're doing podcasts. If we're not doing, you know what I mean? So it's like, we have to know how to...
And this world needs healing, doesn't it?
100%. That like...
There's
that's what I'm saying.
hurt.
That's the main theme. And one of the main things I went through was mental health. That I mean, that's, you know, something you have to heal.
Yes.
To be able to get back
minds-
to your
your
state again.
authentic self.
Yeah, so
yeah.
like, that's why I have such a compassion for people that have any form of mental
I
illness,
love that
because
words.
I know, I say it all the time. Someone said that if God wants to make you a leader, he'll make you taste what you're going to be helping people with. And that makes so much sense. If you're going to be helping people with poverty, you're going to have to have been poor.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If
I
you're going to
think
be...
turning pain into purpose is another
yeah,
way
you
I
have
would...
to be poor.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
when someone that comes up to you that says, I'm really poor, but I've got this great business idea, you're going to give him the opportunity, because you remembered when you went around for your business idea. Not everyone will give that person the opportunity.
It's so true,
They'll just
you
pass
know.
on him and be like, I don't really like you, but I'm going to be like, no, I'm going to give you a shot, because
Yeah.
I was once you. And that's how I am. When I see someone speaking to themselves on the street, everyone just looks at them. I'm scared too, but there's still a level of compassion there.
Yeah.
Because I know how your family is reacting to what's going on with you. People don't see that part. I've been through it, so I know how it affects the family.
Yes.
How it affected my mum, my auntie, my friends, cousins, next door neighbours. It affects everyone.
Yeah.
So
it's God, I could go into so many directions with what you're saying, but I think you're already kind of defining and describing your purpose. But what does purpose actually mean to you?
Oh, purpose is using your gift to serve others. It doesn't become purpose until it's service.
Oh my God.
So if you are a football player, when you're doing your football kick-ups at home and in your garden, that's called practicing and training,
Yes.
because it's not helping anybody yet. It only becomes purpose when someone else starts benefiting from it.
Yeah.
So when you start playing for a football team and you start scoring goals and that team starts rising in the league, now it's become purpose.
Okay.
So when you was doing the podcast at home, rehearsing it in your head, that was training.
Yes.
Now you've got in the camera and people are going to
yeah.
watch this. That is purpose. It's only purpose when people benefit from it. That's what makes it purposeful.
I love
Apart
that.
from that, it's just like training and, you know, studying. Yeah, that's crazy.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I just have to just...
Yeah.
That's just so... you know that I picked this up right at the last minute. I don't know what is going on today,
That's
boy.
alignment.
This is like... Yeah.
Yeah, that's when it becomes purposeful, when it starts helping other people.
I feel like that was a word for my son, but it's all good. Love when that happens. What is your purpose?
My purpose is, I am a perception shifter.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I'm a kind of person where I get people to look at things in a different way.
Love that. Mm-hmm.
Everyone always says that, oh, I read your book and I never looked at things that way.
Yeah.
Or I've got family members that's been sectioned and we've never spoken about it before. But now seeing your interview, you've shifted my perception and now I'm able to speak about it. So I'm like that's what I do. I'm great at doing that. Because this whole thing is really perception. If you can get your perception under manageable, you're really okay. Do you know what I mean?
Listen, I talk about perspective.
Oh, perspective. Yeah.
And why it's really important to have the right people around you who are able to help you to see things from different perspectives.
100%.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, for me, having friends that are able to challenge my perception or perspective on things, it's a bit like if we had, like when we did shapes at school, sphere and, the 3D objects.
Yeah.
When you see it from a 2D perspective, we just see, oh, it's this.
Mm-hmm.
But when you are able to look from the other side, and that's what I think about. I'm very visual, so I'm always thinking about an object.
Yeah.
So the way that you look from here is very different from the back.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. That's good. Yeah.
And I think that's important. And having people or things that we are
that can help you see
can help us to do that. That's why I love podcasts, because it's in a different form. I do love when I can see people, because I love words, because that also helps me to see things from different...
I'm a visual person. Everything's got to be visual.
But the thing with books, for me, I'm able to create pictures especially if the author's good.
Yes, if the author's good, you can see it.
I think of like one of my favourite books is oh my gosh, this keeps happening to me. Oh, how can I was looking at it.
What book is it?
Coelho.
Paulo Alchemist.
Yeah.
Alchemist.
So, thank you.
Yeah.
One of my favourite books. I love that. You know why? I've read it multiple times.
Yes, and it gets better every time. I get a different
perspective every single... How is that even possible?
Definitely.
It's the same words.
Yeah. No, but it's because you grow.
That's exactly what happens.
Yeah, it's because you grow.
And you see it from a different thing.
Because there's words that he used that you didn't even know what it meant, but you just skipped over it and thought you was reading. Then you learned about that word later on and saw it in the book and said, oh, I read that, but I didn't even, that happens to, because
even the
grow.
experience is in the book. I feel like now, maybe I need to go and read it again. I love reading that book. Because that's
why it's good to read a book, live, and come back to it.
That is so true.
It's so important.
Films are like that.
Yeah. Yes. The Matrix. That's my favourite film. I've watched that 50 times.
Really?
Every time I watch it.
I've only ever seen it once.
The first one, yeah?
Yeah, but this is when I was young.
Probably
in my late teens.
Every time I watch it, I get something new.
I always get,
every time I watch it,
those kind of films always kind of freak me out a little bit.
No. The Matrix is one of the greatest movies ever. Every time I watch it. Because like, I've become Neo myself. So I get it even more. Like I
love your personification.
Yeah, I understand
Purpose personified.
Yeah.
You literally...
And I say that in my book.
Yeah.
I say like, the Matrix had 2 versions of himself.
Mm-hmm.
He had the Neo version where he's like, Neo in the system and he's doing his purpose personified. Yeah. Then he had another version where he's stuck in the system and he hated his job.
I need to watch the film.
And he wanted to jump out the window because he hated his job.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's like, and I always say that like, you're in a constant battle about which one of those 2 you're going to eventually live out.
Definitely.
Forever.
Definitely.
So, and life closes in on you. While you're young, you have a lot of time to live out the Neo version because you're young. Your mum or dad's paying your bills. Do you know what I mean? You got no kids, no responsibilities. Yeah. Then as you get older, the system version of you starts closing in and your time's ticking to make this version an actual reality.
Yes.
And That's what happened with Neo, and he made the Neo version of reality, and he had Morpheus, and like that. So remember when I was saying, "Show me how to see."
Yes.
Morpheus saw. Morpheus kept telling everyone, "He's the one."
What's his name? What's the black guy?
What's his name again?
Lawrence Fishburne.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he
I
kept
can
saying.
See the characters, but yeah, I just
he kept saying he's the one, and everyone was like, "You're crazy. It's not him."
Is that
and
the
he's
film
like,
with the red pill and the?
Yes.
Oh, okay. People keep talking about these little things.
Yes, that's the one.
Okay.
That is the one.
All right.
That
That's
film
my homework.
is like.
I'm gonna read your book and I'm gonna watch
the Matrix again. Yes, and ask God to open your eyes
Yeah.
while you watch it. If not, you're just looking at a movie.
Yeah,
you need to see.
I don't know. I don't see things like normal people.
Okay, good.
I could be walking down the street, and there's like God speaks to me. There's just something written there. And I'll say to my husband, "Did you see that?" He'd be like, "No, babe. Look, there's a thing. There's a message.
That's good.
Right there. Like, but He speaks. God speaks to us. We just need to be able to hone in and being able to tune into to what He's actually saying, and to have your eyes open.
100%.
Look up.
Yeah, you got to see. That's what I'm saying. You got to see.
Definitely. So, how did you know your purpose was what it is?
Oh, how did I know?
About perception.
How did I know my purpose was?
Helping
especially around healing.
Healing.
Because Shocka, that's what Shocka means. Spiritual healer, others can know is around them. That's the acronym for it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, when you get the book.
I'm going to put that though, because I like that. I like acronyms.
That is the acronym for it.
Say it slowly.
Spiritual healer, others can know is around them. So it means the more I'm open, the more I'm vulnerable, other people around me can see a personification of it and be like, maybe I want to try that for myself. Like they can see it. I think being able to see stuff is so important. I was saying to my friend yesterday, I was like, the reason why I believe what I'm doing is like way bigger than me is because if I asked you to give me an example of someone that's been shot and become successful, you would say 50 Cent?
I'm trying to think.
Or but maybe Tupac.
I was going to say Tupac, then I was thinking he's not here anymore.
Tupac, 50 Cent, two examples.
Tupac would always
if I was to say,
give
me an example of somebody that's been to prison and come out and been successful, there's so many names.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Wallow's just off the top of my head. I don't know if you know who Wallow is, but he just did 25 years in jail, came out and turned his whole life around and he's killing it. So he's an example. If I said, give me an example of a stripper that has become successful, you would give me Cardi B. You know what I mean? If I say, give me an example of someone that's been sectioned multiple times and has become extremely successful that the world kind of knows about, you would give me...
I don't have any.
Exactly. And that's when I realized, okay, I understand now why God is tugging at this thing, because it's thinking you don't understand the representation and the void you're about to fill, because there isn't that person.
And I think...
Because I looked for it. When I came out of hospital, that's the first thing I did. I went to Google, young black male or black guy that's been sectioned. What is their story and how on earth did they do it? And nothing came out.
But that, you know what? In my day job, I've worked with thousands of young black men who become part of the mental health system. And they do need some, because you want to see someone who's done it.
Exactly. That's what I wanted to see.
That you
I didn't even want to talk to them physically. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I just wanted to know that he's walking around somewhere and he's done it. Because someone said the most powerful thing is meeting someone that's overcome what you're going through. Definitely. And it's true. If I'm talking on a train to you and you say, oh, how's life going? I'm saying, oh man, it's really bad. Just went through a divorce. About to lose my job. And I'm in debt. And I say, hey, look at this. This is an old picture of me when I was in divorce and I was in debt and thing.
Goose pimples.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what? But there's something that I'm really drawn to for that. I told you about overcoming is my thing.
Definitely.
Because people, that's how people can have hope.
Yes.
And to have actually...
And have reference points.
Do you know what I mean? Someone
100%.
else has done it.
100%.
And I think, this is why I get really annoyed with when people use their platforms and their social media or whatever it is, because we're telling stories, but they need to be, not saying because I feel like some people glamorize certain things, but there's a young audience, a young Shocka sitting there
exactly.
that needs to hear and to see, and it's like,
that's how I think. Now you're getting into how I think. That's how I think.
But that's how I think, because I want to be who I needed when I was younger.
Yes, that's exactly how I think. It's exactly how I think.
It's so important.
Yeah, and that's annoyance is how you find your purpose. Annoyance is how you find your purpose. So, it's one of the routes to it.
Well,
if we're both watching a TV channel, there is
a level of frustration. It
is.
Yeah.
Like Mother Teresa. Do you know how she became Mother Teresa?
No.
She used to be a teacher.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong, audience, but the story I heard, she used to be a teacher, and the route she used to take to go to teach, there used to be a lot of homeless people there that she would have to step over on her way. And one day she just couldn't take it anymore, and she said, I'm quitting my teaching job and I'm going to go help them. And the person was laughing at her saying, there's too many of them, where are you going to start? And she said, I'm going to start one by one. And that's how she became Mother Teresa, because she was helping one. Do you know what I mean? So the annoyance made her find her purpose, because everyone don't get angry at the same things.
Do you know what?
The same way I got angry that why don't people speak about sectioning? Why is it such a taboo? It's something that we all go through and that can happen to anyone. And then that pushed me to start telling someone else will see that and say, I don't care. So what makes you angry is for you. That is built in your DNA for you to do something. Whether you act on it or not,
that is so true.
Is a different question, but it's for you. We don't all get angry at the same things.
That is so true. And so beautiful. And I'm so glad that, you know, sometimes I overthink before I reach out to someone.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, I'm just going to do it.
Yeah, you just have to.
Do you know what I mean? Because you just have to. Yeah. And I feel like it's something close to my heart, definitely through, you know, people close to me who've experienced it as well. And also within the Black community, there's just this, I don't know, there's just like we just don't talk about it. There's a level of shame. There
is. And it's because of our pride as people.
I think
I'm Nigerian, so like you can imagine, we are very prideful, which can be good in some instances. You know how there's that saying, Nigerians never carry last? I don't know if you heard that saying.
I haven't.
Have you heard that? No. When you talk to Nigerians, say that to them, see what they say to you. There's a saying
I think I've read it, but I don't think I got what it actually meant.
Never carry last. Basically saying that like we don't fail. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
And like it's just part of our makeup that we're prideful, but it works against us in scenarios like mental health.
The same.
Because we can't open up.
Same. I'm half Jamaican and half
Trinidadian. To like a therapy, we'll never even.
And I think for me, I've definitely seen it within the like the people I've come across in the Jamaican community. Trinidadians, same. It's like this.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, this pride and this kind of. I think there's a level of ego as well.
It is part of it, yeah.
Definitely, but also with therapy. So for me, I feel like I've always wanted to have therapy since I was quite young, because I'm a deep thinker. I'm very emotional. And I wanted, but I didn't feel like I could.
Yes.
I didn't feel like, you know, you read and see all these people that have had all this trauma.
Because it wasn't encouraged.
And it wasn't encouraged, but I also felt like...
you know how they encourage swimming? Yes. Like, go swimming. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Because we was actually encouraged to go swimming. Yeah. They didn't encourage to go therapy. Think so. They don't see that as a valuable skill, but it's a gift.
But I also feel like I also grew up with this thing of like, you don't chat your business to people.
That's what I'm saying. Those are some of the belief systems we was given.
Yeah.
But like,
which is why
most of the people that's come into my world and changed my life has been strangers. And that was a belief system I got given as well. Don't talk to strangers.
Do you know what?
But it was opening up to strangers that, like, you know, ended up changing my life.
Yeah, and same. Having therapy is I think I say to people, it's the best investment that I made in myself, because it was something that I saw, I paid for, and it's changed my life.
Yeah,
completely,
definitely
changed my life. I am not the same. It is the most beautiful gift.
There's people that's actually got that gift of like listening and being able to pick apart your sentences. Because you know, when we're talking, we're just talking, but sometimes we don't know what we're saying. A therapist can say, no, wait, say that sentence again.
Yep.
Then you'll say it and hear it for yourself.
Yep.
And be like, oh.
Mine was this. It was, this is my analogy of therapy. This jigsaw of pieces of me throughout my life, that in that therapeutic space, they came together.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, literally like, whoa. Yeah. It wasn't her saying this. It was like, it finally came, oh my goodness.
Yes. Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
And then it's like, for me, I don't know why. People have this perception of me sometimes that I have it all together.
Yeah.
I'm a mess
Mm-hmm.
who happens to believe in an amazing God who literally has given me tools and given me different people in my pathway that has enabled me to kind of piece together. And I'm still working it out, you know.
Yeah. We
But
all are.
I keep someone said to me, you have to remember that you're God's masterpiece.
Yeah.
Yeah. So depending on which angle you're looking at this painting, it might be still in its infancy, where you're just kind of like, you know, like I love art. I go to art exhibitions all the time.
Yeah.
I went to see Kerry James Marshall's exhibition, right? And I was just blown away by this man's art. Like the levels to this.
Yeah.
And the time span that this man has been creating art. And to some, it might be like, oh, what's that?
Yeah.
To other people, it's... So do you see what I mean? Again, we're bringing
That's what
back
I
the
was saying.
perspective, the
That's what I'm
perception of
saying.
it. You
That's
know,
what I'm
depending
saying.
on when you met me,
Yeah.
I don't know what version of me you know. Like the oldest people that know me will think, there's something different about her.
Yes.
And it's like, well, is it because I've had therapy? Is it because now I kind of allow God to use me? And
growth.
no, you can't.
You can't hide growth.
Yeah.
It spills out in everything.
Definitely.
It will spill out in a 2-minute conversation you have.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Do you know what I mean? You can talk to someone for 2 minutes and just know you've done the work.
No, definitely.
Do you know what I mean? You can't hide growth. Like it spills out, it'll spill out everywhere.
Definitely.
In your work.
It is so true.
If it don't spill out in your conversation, then when they see your work, they'll know that,
it is so
this is someone that, because even your work is a language too.
Yes.
Because like me as a rapper that's been doing it for like nearly 20 years, if you line up 3 rappers for me now, by the first 10 seconds, I'll know which one has put 10,000 hours in his craft. Because I have. So
so
I can identify, I'm like, oh, that one there.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's a language. So everything you're doing is a language.
It's so
people
it's
know,
beautiful.
like, they'll know that, okay, you can't hide growth at all. You can't.
When did you find out that this was your purpose?
Oh. The seed was planted from very young, which I write about in my book. I went to Nigeria for 2 years. I got sent to boarding school because I was very naughty over here. But my mum's a genius. Again, my mum's the greatest because the people that I was hanging around with while I was here, hence why I was getting excluded and suspended. And my mum knew that, all right, cool, I'm not going to be able to control him, but let me send him to boarding school where they can control him. And then when I came back and I was like, okay, cool, let me pick up where I left off and look for those friends I was with.
Yeah.
One of them had been to prison, the other one was selling drugs, and I was like, oh, my mum knew exactly what she was doing because I was definitely going down that path. Definitely. I was with them every single day.
Yeah.
We was all doing the same thing. We all shared the same mindset. I was definitely going down that path. But while I was in Nigeria, that's where I started building my relationship with God.
How old was
Because
you
before
when you
I
went?
went, I was 14.
Okay.
Wait, what year are you in when you're like year 9?
Yes.
So 14, 15.
Yeah, yeah.
I was 14, 15, went to Nigeria.
Wow, that's a real crucial time of your life to go as well.
Definitely. I didn't do GCSEs, I don't think. Yeah, went to Nigeria and my mum said to me, pick an auntie that you want to stay with because you're going to be there for a while. So observe all your aunties and just see which one you like and then we'll sort it out for you to stay there. So I was just looking, they didn't know I was doing this, but you know, I was just looking at all of them, but there was one that was like a heavy Christian and like God-fearing and just proper cool and I took to her. I love all my aunties, by the way, just in case someone takes this footage and
were
says...
they there? How did
that? They was in Nigeria.
Okay, but you had a relationship with them?
But yeah, they'll come. I was staying at my grandmum's and we was all there and they'll come and I'll spend some time here, spend some time there.
Okay.
And there was one that I really took to and I was like, Mum, I want to stay with this auntie. And that, it's crazy because all decisions lead somewhere. That decision changed the course of my life because I stayed with her. She was like a prayer warrior. So you know how you got people that go to church on a Sunday? Yeah. Then you know when they go to church on a weekday, you know it's serious. She will whenever someone tells you they go to church on a Tuesday or a Wednesday.
So funny.
Oh my God, you know this one, don't play with this one.
Yeah.
This one, if you play this one, you're going to get in trouble.
It's not just to look.
Yeah, the Sunday one's to look cool.
Yeah.
No disrespect to my Sunday goers, but the Tuesday and Thursday ones and the Monday ones.
Yeah.
So
it's the ones who implement it into their whole life. It's not just a tokenism, event.
My auntie was going on Sundays and then weekdays. And I think I went to one and that's when my life changed. The pastor at the time was speaking about covenants.
Okay.
And was talking about a covenant you can make between you and God, a promise between you and God.
Covenant. Oh, yeah.
I always say covenant.
Yeah.
Covenant.
Yeah.
That you can make between you and God.
Yep.
And I was like, sometimes you hear certain messages and you're amped up.
Yeah.
Some pastors can preach.
Yeah, they
like,
can.
You leave there fired up. And I made a covenant, like, silently, because I was doing music, still doing music now. And I was like, I just want to do your work one day. And like, I mean, how can I, and young as well. And this is the genius thing I did that most people wouldn't do. I held on to it with my whole heart.
Oh my gosh.
Innocently.
Ooh.
And I was so obedient to it. Someone would have let it go someone would have let it go after a year or two. I held on to it, like to say,
beautiful.
Like in my heart, it was actually
But that's what a covenant is.
Yeah, like it was a real solid...
It's agreement. It's a commitment. When we get married, we make a covenant with who we're marrying and with God.
That's what I did.
And
in
it's
my
like,
soul, I really... And
did you write it down? How did you...
No, it was just in my head.
It's
like,
just
it's
there.
just everything I did. I kept reminding myself. So when I got section, I was saying to myself,
oh my
is this part? That's what got me through. Because you know what I mean, so when I came out, I knew. I was like, "Oh, this is the."
Hit me.
I was like, "This is the work.
Differently.
This is what I'm meant to do." So I knew.
So differently.
Because everyone says, like, what made you? Most people that go through your section experience, they sweep it under the rug or pretend like you just embraced it, and like that's because of that covenant that was made way back.
Yeah, that is.
So like, as soon as it happened, my brain clicked, and I was like, "Oh God." This is you know what you said about do the work?
Yeah.
This is showtime. This is time for you to
oh my
This
gosh.
is time for
Do
you to prove yourself.
you know what the thing for me that's so, because I'm so visual, and the other thing is I told you I'm a healer.
Yeah.
And I told you that I've worked with lots of young men. So I have worked in probation for many, many years, and I've always been, there's something that really saddens me when I see young black men becoming part of a system.
Yeah.
But I've also been to a hospital when one of my clients was sectioned, and I went to, oh my gosh, what is wrong with me and remembering things?
Yeah, which one?
It's in Good Maze.
Yeah, Good Maze. Yeah.
And I had to go and see him and do an interview. And so I've been there, and I've been on a personal to visit someone that I personally know as well. Mm-hmm. And my goodness, when I tell you that place, I'm sorry, is not conducive for wellness.
Yeah, it's indescribable.
It isn't, and it's something that really impacts you. Like I can still remember.
You went as a visitor.
I visited there.
So can you imagine being a patient?
I cannot imagine what that would be like.
That's why I have so much compassion. Yeah, because I'm like, I barely made it through. And I had a purpose. That's what carried me through.
That is beautiful.
So people that go to that place without a purpose, I don't know what's going to keep
you. You can get lost in that
you can get lost, and I don't know what's going to keep you fighting. Because every day is a negative day.
Yeah.
It's not like you wake up and you're going to get good news, or like you wake up and your first thought is, you look around and you're like, I'm in a mental health hospital. And then you think about how it's viewed in society.
Yeah.
Then you think about your family coming to visit you later on for visitation. Then you think about it's just so much.
It's but also, because I've been to lots of prisons as well.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, in my work has taken me. And
the perception of prison in society and the perception of a mental ward is completely different.
Prison, I think it depends on
it's so deep that prison is almost glorified.
In certain places.
And prison is seen easier reformable. There's so many cases where people come home from prison and do incredible things. Yeah. As I mentioned to you, mental health thing is not really seen as reformable. People don't really do you know how much nurses praise me and say you've given us hope.
Yeah, it's good.
Because we constantly see patients
coming
not
back
getting better. So now we can have at least one person to say that Shocka came and gave a talk at the NHS and he was part of the system, and because it's like their work is in vain. Why are they coming to the ward every night to why are we doing this?
I know.
Do you know what I mean?
But then you know what? I really have got love and admiration for people who work in these.
So have I. I couldn't.
It's
I
not.
couldn't.
Definitely not.
I couldn't. I had a friend that used to do one-to-one.
No.
You know what one-to-one is, right? When someone's on suicide watch and I was on one-to-one at a point.
Oh, really?
I was on one-to-one. And some of the patients, while it's scary.
No,
it's scary because the patient the person that was on 1-to-1 that I'm talking about was a woman. So anything could have happened.
Yeah.
Like, it's scary.
Oh my gosh. I've just got so many goose pimples through this whole thing. But you spoke about covenant.
Yeah.
And you spoke about obedience.
Yeah. I just finished my second book.
Have you?
Yeah. It's called Obedience to the Call. Beautiful book.
Obedience to the Call.
Yeah, you're gonna love it.
Oh my goodness.
I promise you're gonna love it.
Even the title.
Yeah, you're gonna love it.
Is just like blowing my mind because I definitely think in my journey and with when you want to give up and when you don't want to, and I've held on to that thing that God is kind of like, well, this is what I've asked you to do.
Yeah, no, hold on to it because when it starts unfolding,
yes,
your faith muscle is going to be so strong.
Listen,
because you're going to say to yourself, wow, that innocent prayer that I made to myself when no one was there was heard.
I'm seeing it.
And not only are you seeing it, but everyone's seeing it. And it's undeniable. And you're going to walk with like, I can't explain. You're going to walk with a whole different, it's just.
Do you know what?
Yeah,
you know what's lovely? You've kind of helped me. You know, he's talking about seeing.
Yeah.
And I always say this, but God reveals things to you. You're either like a visionary where you see the mountaintop. God shows you the mountaintop, so he shows you where you're going to get to.
Yeah.
Or like me, he shows me step by step.
Yeah.
And I'm like, sometimes I get frustrated because it's like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
You know them, have you ever been, what's the station? Covent Garden.
Yeah.
Have you ever walked up the stairs?
No, it's just ongoing.
Right, listen, next time you go to Covent Garden, remember I told you, and it shows you how many steps, any of these old stations have got
show you.
a step, and it shows you how many steps, and you think that's not a lot of steps until you start climbing. And then you're like, wow, is these steps ever? And that's how I feel sometimes.
But do you know why he reveals it to you bit by bit?
Go on,
because you've got to come back for the next blueprint. If I give you the whole thing, you're going to forget about me.
I won't forget about him.
No, but I'm just saying, because we don't know what's in our own heart.
I think for me,
we speak, but like, trust me, I know what I'm saying.
With God, I know why he does that, right?
It's like because one step, and then you come back and say, "What's next?" And I give you what's next. And if I give you the whole map,
because if he shows me that mountaintop, listen to me, I will be so. I will look up there and say, that's too high.
Oh no, that's true.
That's
true.
That's why he has to give me. I'm like a.
That's true.
You know, even
like
people
you
Google
get overwhelmed.
Maps,
You get overwhelmed. Yeah, that's true.
You go left and you go right, and you.
But some people will just go and never come back.
I think there are. I do. I think there's all different kinds of people, and God knows us. Remember,
that's what I said.
He formed
we don't know what's in our heart.
In our mum's
womb.
Because
I've faced certain tests recently. Mm-hmm. Where I just had to smile to myself and be like, look at you.
Yeah.
Like, what's an example? Just certain financial things where like, maybe you thought you was a homebody.
Yeah.
Because you didn't have money. So, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you genuinely believed in your heart that like, I'm a homebody.
Yeah.
I go to work.
Yeah.
I come home. Mm-hmm. I watch a bit of Netflix and then I sleep, I do the same thing.
Yeah.
And then a lump sum of money lands and then you start saying to yourself, what can I do today? What's out there? Before you know it, you're calling your brethren saying, is anything on today? And it's like, that money was just to show you a glimpse of what's in your heart because you can't see your heart.
That's true.
So you thought from your perspective that, you know, I go to work, I come home and then that bonus money falls in your account and now you're asking your friends, is there any motions on the weekend? Oh, homebody now wants to, do you know what I mean? Then before you know it, when you get to the mosh, I mean, before you had money, you'll drink 1 or 2 drinks.
Yeah.
Now you've got enough money to buy as much drinks as you want. You're asking your friend's asking, what should we get? Normally you get JD and Coke. Mm-hmm. That's your broke drink when you don't have money. Now you're asking, what's the new drink on the... Now, I mean, what's out there now? I've been hearing about Casamigos.
Okay.
Let me try it. Trust me, man, this life gets tricky. Every level reveals a different version of yourself. And I see it.
Yeah.
And I laugh to myself. That's the test.
That is a test. And
that's the test.
But that is why...
Because I saw a pastor say that certain temptations can't come to you because of where you're at. And it's true.
New levels, new devils.
You think you're free because you're here.
Yeah.
But then when you go into like the 50,000 bracket or the 1.2 bracket, then it's like, yes, now we can see what Jennifer, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now we can be like, now we're talking business, let's play games. But before
it's
that,
so true.
you're feeling yourself. You're like, I got this. Like, I'm so good. No, like, you grow a bit and see what's waiting for you. And like, that's where I'm at. It's like, I started conquering the other attacks. I was so used to it. And then you grow and then a new one comes and you fall because you it's your first time experiencing it.
Yeah.
And you laugh to yourself. You laugh, you say, that was good. You got me.
But you know what? It sounds like you're talking about, it's the enemy.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? And the enemy knows you as well as God does. But the enemy, what he does is he heard your prayer, but he also knows the things. He knows the things that are going to make you fall. Yeah. And that's why you have these tests and you have these tests and you have these tests because, you know, Jesus went through the tests. And that's why, you know what? When people used to say, oh, you need to read your Bible, I used to think,
why? What's the big deal?
Sometimes it just feels like it's so boring. But
yeah, no,
you know
everything's there. Yeah. It's there. Yeah.
Nothing that we are facing, even though we're in 2025, nothing is new.
And what's even scary, this is where it gets even scary. Not scary to scare you, but like in sense of you can read your Bible and still fall.
Yeah, of course. Definitely.
So imagine how vulnerable you are if you haven't read it.
Yeah.
Because you can read it.
It is, you know what?
And still fall.
It's so true. And you know what? I think...
Because being in a real life scenario is completely different.
But you know what? That's why therapy helped me.
100%.
Because what it does...
Clarity.
It gave me clarity, but it helped me to understand myself. Yeah. But guess what? When you build a relationship with God and you spend time with him, he reveals who you are. Yeah, because he's the one who created you.
100%.
So he knows you better than you know yourself.
Definitely.
But unless it's a bit like, I always liken it to like when you first start dating someone, right? And you have to invest that time to get to know them.
Yeah.
But through different situations,
you see different things.
Then you see different parts of them.
Exactly.
And you think, I don't even know if
that's
I like
what I'm
that part
saying.
of you. Because, do you know what I mean? But
that's what I'm saying.
I'll say this
and sometimes that person didn't even know that was in them.
That's so true because of what, you know.
Because they were so comfortable.
Yeah. It's so, and I feel like with parents, I'm a parent, I'm a mum of 3. And what each child does is reveal a little bit of yourself. It's almost like they hold a mirror up to you.
Yes.
And you're looking at them thinking, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Hold on a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a little bit of me.
Yes.
And you see it in them and you think it's not nice or it's ugly in them.
Yeah.
But it's just, that is God showing you your mirror so that you can identify and address those things in you. Do you see what I mean? So 100%. It's like, listen, this life thing, how people get through, it's like, you know, them old school games. My brother used to play like them little video games and you're going to the next level and you've got to beat the boss and whatever.
That's life.
Listen, let me tell you, you know, when you go on like Super Mario and you've got to get the mushroom, I need God because I'm big all the time. You remember when it used to just make you bigger when you jump on the level and you get the mushroom and you grow and you're a bigger Mario. And I'm like...
And that's what obedience does.
That's exactly
That's why
what
I call it obedience to the call, because like each time you perform an act of obedience, you get stronger and stronger.
Yes, and he blesses you as well.
And the reward really makes sense.
Definitely. And
it makes, because I look back now and I think I was actually crazy. But in a good because you know, like I can't seriously. But in a positive way though. I look back and I think, because I think of it from my family, because I remember when I got offered the ITV documentary, and my auntie was like, "Are you sure you want to tell your story in front of millions of people?" Because I wanted her to be in it, because they wanted my auntie to be in the family, and she didn't want to be in it.
Really?
Yeah, and my auntie's not like, they're Nigerian, very private, and she was like, "Are you sure you want like ITV millions of people?" And I remember thinking like, I hear that, but I'm saying this to her, you know, like this is what God wants me to do. And I just look at me thinking like, okay, but like I'm talking so sure though. I'm saying like, yo, like this is part of what God wants me to do. But I look back on it now and it's like I was almost possessed, but in a positive way and with the Holy Spirit.
No, listen to me.
It's like,
you don't have to explain it.
Yeah, it's like
you don't, because I get it.
Now I've gone past that stage. You know, like when
people don't understand it.
You know, when you clock a stage in a computer game, that took you so long, and then you look back at it and be like, "Yo, that was like, I hope I don't have to do that stage again." Because it's like the group I was in a group called Marvel, and we did incredible things. That's where people know me from the Marvel group. Yeah. And there's this Westwood freestyle we did with Wretch and Gets. That's iconic, legendary in the grime scene, yeah? And I look at it sometimes, and I think, if this got deleted from YouTube, God forbid, and they called us to come and do this set again, I couldn't do it.
Really?
No, because I know what zone.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? I know what zone I was in. It's like my book. Even my book. I wrote my book in hospital.
Yeah, but
that means in order for me to write that again, not I have to go, but like, do you know what I mean?
You can't.
That's what I'm saying. You can't replicate that. The space I was in I just knew. Because don't forget, like, every time I've been sectioned, I've never had my mobile phone.
Yes.
Because my mum's private and she didn't want me to have my mobile phone to talk to anyone. My mum passed. So when I got sectioned after my mum passed, my auntie came and gave me some clothes, gave me some food, and gave me my mobile phone. Okay. So this was the first time I had my mobile phone in hospital. Oh. And like my brain was just ticking. Because don't forget, by that time I was already like an alchemist, mental health advocate in my mind. I already did TED Talks. I already did, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm already thinking like, how am I going to film the patients and how am I going to turn this content into something? Do you know, I'm thinking like that. Yeah. Whereas the other, because I remember the last time I got sectioned prior to that, one of the staff had written a book and this girl called Josephine was like, yo, one of the staff's written a book, you should write a book. And I was like, never. What? Tell my whole, never. That's what I'm saying at that time. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. We don't know our heart. And I've got to look at me thinking, you don't know. You're going to write a book. You're not ready now, but you're going to write a book. Yeah. And that next time when I got sectioned, I was ready. Yes. Like the title came to my head, Section of Your Life, straight away. I was like, that's beautiful because that title appeals to every world. Of course if I'm talking to someone that don't know what section is, it just looks like, I'm going to peek into a section of your life. Yeah. If I'm from someone that is from that medical background, it's like, a section of your... Since the title came, that was it. I was off. I was writing poetry. And don't forget, I don't write. I haven't written in years. So I was getting used to like, it was fun writing in my phone. Oh my gosh. Right, because it started as a poem book. I wanted it to be like 2 packs of rose that grew from the concrete. Because it had all his poetry when he was in prison. And I was like, I would love my fans to know what my mindset was like when I was in hospital. That's why it's called a section of my life. It's just that period. And I was writing all these poems. And then God blessed me again by making one of my friends a nurse on my ward. So he used to come in every night for his night shift, and that would inspire me to write poems so I can show him when he comes. If he didn't come every night shift, I probably would have said, you know what? I've written 2, it doesn't matter. But because I knew he was going to ask me, yo, Shocks, have you written any today? I made sure I always, do you know what I mean?
But that kept you going as well.
That kept me going. So there's little things that kept me going.
That's
what I'm saying.
There's so much. I'm just here like, there's so many things. And you know what? I have to go back to when you was talking about the documentary and you're saying it to your auntie. Yeah. You see this road with God, even when you've got friends who believe in God, they don't get it.
It's a lonely road.
They don't understand it. Sometimes I swear, I'm just like, the people, I say this, I've got both my mum and dad are still on this earth. I don't think neither of them have ever watched this. Yeah. And I'm like, that's deep, Yeah. I don't deep it though. Yeah. I don't take it personally.
And our culture only start to believe when this gets involved. Every time I brought good news to my family,
I feel like that's just the thing. Like
the first question when I got signed,
little podcast.
When I got signed, you know what the first question my mom said? Anyway. The first question was, "Hey, how much?" I was like, I didn't get an advance. So, what are we doing there?
Yeah.
Every, it's only as of recent. It's like, when you start saying, here.
Because unfortunately, I feel like a lot of black people measure success by 100%. Financial.
100%.
So until that time comes for this
What you're
podcast,
doing is
people
not real.
don't get it. They
Yeah.
don't get it. It's all right. I don't need them to get it.
Yeah.
I just need to be obedient,
Yeah.
and I need to keep on doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And whenever the time is that God decides to do whatever he wants to do with it,
Yeah.
so be it. That's it.
Yeah.
The game is obedience.
Yeah. You're gonna love my book. That's what I'm thinking in my head. Is that
That
when you read
I
this
feel
book,
like I will.
it was like I feel like I should read some for you. It's like it's just the book's made for it's like you are the
Read
perfect.
it to me after.
I will do
because I don't want to shit. I don't want. You know.
You are the perfect.
Really.
You know, like when they say, you know, when you do a sponsored ad.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you're
yeah.
meant to target. You're like.
I'm in that zone.
You like.
Yeah, I love
perfect.
books like that. I
Yeah,
love learning.
perfect.
I love hearing people's journeys of how they cut. You know.
Perfect.
Who we are, our story makes us who we are.
Yeah, definitely.
And continues to help us to. Do you know what I mean? I think of my little self in Leighton playing in the park. You know.
You're gonna love the book. And you know my other section of my life, my first book. Every chapter has a poem that I wrote in hospital.
Oh, okay.
This book, every chapter has a prayer.
Oh, that's
And
so
what
beautiful.
I want to do, I want you to be able to rip the prayer out the book
And keep
it wherever you
love
go
that.
of each chapter.
I love that.
So,
Do you know what I love? I love that I didn't really know you. I've seen things or whatever. This is the first time we've met in person.
Yeah.
But God will say, because I spoke to God because I was like, I have to do 12 episodes. I've got to be consistent. All of this is self-funded, right? So I have to believe in myself because no one else is going to give me this money to do that.
Yeah.
And it's not easy. It's a sacrifice.
Yeah.
But because God asked me to do this, I have to do it and I have to honor it and I have to do it in a form of excellence.
Yes.
Do you understand what I mean? And it's
definitely.
like, I'm sure I could do something else with this. I say to people sometimes, like back in the day when people used to go studio and you're paying to go studio, but you ain't even doing,
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Well, I've never been to the studio in that thing,
so
but I know
what
that
you're
there's a
talking
lot of
about.
people who more relate to that than me saying
definitely.
it like this.
Yeah.
But them artists that was going studio every week, paying this money, and nothing has come of them.
Yeah.
Well, it's different. No, something came of
Yeah,
it.
I know, but I mean, like in the beginning stages,
But
that's what it was looking like.
This is what it
Especially
feels
my mom,
like.
my family was
like
like
a
look,
pipe dream. This is what I'm sure for a lot of people
Yeah.
who watch this is like, Jernine and this podcast. Do you know what I mean? But it's not my podcast. This is God's podcast that he has asked me. And he specifically said, I've got 2 more months, November and December. And he has kind of like pushed me, Jernine, just spend any. Because
Yeah, when I saw your message, I thought,
it was so random, isn't it? It was so random.
I've never seen this face before.
Exactly.
I started getting familiar with the messages I was getting. Then I saw a brand new face. Then I heard the title and I was like, oh, that's my life.
Yes.
I was like,
it
I'll
really
be
is,
there.
isn't it?
And then I was like, oh, that's in Tottenham too. I was like, yeah,
okay.
perfect. Let's
it's
do it.
all good. Yeah. So, he's kind of, I just say, Dad, do what you got to do.
Yeah, that's what God will do. He'll bring like a live personification.
Literally.
So you can't run from it. And then that episode will actually become food for your soul. Whenever you're down or like
Shocka,
you've lost
listen
your spirit.
to me. Every time I come here,
Yeah, definitely.
it's like whatever that person is saying. And remember, I have all different kinds of people doing all different kinds of things.
Yeah.
And it's like, God,
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
Definitely. Yeah.
Wow.
That's what it will be.
And I always watch it back because I have to just give them like clips and stuff to edit.
Yeah. And
But
while you're watching it, you're
while I'm
re-hearing
watching,
it again.
it's like, oh,
Yes, exactly.
oh
yeah.
my God.
Definitely. No, that's what it is.
So it's. I feel like we could talk for hours,
We
but
can.
I'm going to stay focused. I feel like you kind of done this, but what steps have you taken to walk in your purpose?
Ooh. One of the main steps I did was change my reference points.
Okay.
My reference points changed dramatically from who I used to like idolize when I was like 14 and 18 to who I idolize now. Completely different. Like everyone around me knows that I got this Bob Marley tattoo on my shoulder.
Okay.
That I see every morning when I brush my teeth or when I shower. And that I'm not saying that I'm gonna like his legacy is
Crazy.
crazy.
Yeah.
But like a tiny bit of it, of that kind of impact.
Yeah.
That's pushed me way beyond that anyone can imagine. Because I do certain things and they'll be like, Shocka, you should be so proud of yourself. That's epic. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Not yeah, that's cool. It's epic.
Yeah.
But then where like my reference points are.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Because I'm always talking to my friends about Princess Diana. And
Oh, you like her?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Princess Diana was G'd
That
up.
is, I never ever thought you'd.
Yeah, like proper humanitarian.
No, but I get it. And I understand
I'm inspired by people that pushed humanity
Yes.
forward. Not family members, even though that's cool, but like humanity, as in like people you haven't even met before.
Yeah.
People like Princess Diana, people like Bob Marley, people like Nelson Mandela, they shifted humanity forward. That is a hell of a calling. Like, can you imagine? They actually moved humanity.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
understand
what they
you're
represented
saying.
or what they did pushed us that step forward.
Yeah.
And they became global reference points. If you want to look at someone that represents peace globally, you look at Princess Diana, you look at Martin Luther King globally.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you want to look at someone that represented unity in music globally, you look at Bob Marley. So that changed my whole music. There's no way I'm gonna have, even though his family don't know who I am or it doesn't matter.
Not yet.
But just out of integrity, there's no way I was gonna have his face on my shoulder and I'm rapping about nonsense.
You can't.
You can't.
It would be a contradiction.
Yeah, exactly. So
And
that alone was like, the day that ink,
How old was you when you got that tattoo?
When did I get that? Oh, I think 20 something.
Okay.
But like when that happened, I knew from this day forward, your music is going to change. And it did. And like, it's been my mission now and my whole purpose changed as well. My whole purpose now is just about service. That's all this thing is really about. Everyone I named to you, Bob Marley, he served through music. Princess Diana, she served. She was at every hospital. She did all the talks. She served. Martin Luther King, he was doing the protest, the marches. We saw all the pictures. The pictures are there for us to see. He went prison, not actual time in prison, but he got locked up for his They all served. That's all it is. And then whatever blessings come with that service is what you deserve.
Yeah.
I'm not going to start making the orders of like, I want the number one or I want whatever blessing is equivalent to that service.
Yeah.
That's what I know is mine. That's what, do you know what I mean? That's what I deserve. And I'm cool with that. I'm fine with that. So it's like, when you start thinking like that, then you can really do your work.
Yeah.
Until then, you can't do your work properly because you're constantly thinking about, but what I got from this doesn't equal to, do you know what I mean? And it just doesn't.
I do. And I think, you know, when I think about your steps, I think you kind of did it before I even asked it, but you were speaking about kind of like the boy and how you was and how you was getting yourself in trouble. And then this kind of like transition of when you went to Nigeria.
Look at my friends as reference points then where I was leading. So that means every reference point lead you somewhere. When I have kids, that's the first thing I'm going to say to them. I'm going to say, pick your heroes carefully. Like,
it's so
pick
true.
them carefully.
It is so true.
Because you're going in a direction, and if you pick good ones, your life will be set. Because like they'll constantly be pushing you to grow. Just by having this Bob Marley title on my shoulder, it stretched me so much. And he hasn't even done, no one's done nothing to me. It's just that someone represents so much that it stretches you so much.
It is, you know what? I went to the theatre to see.
So did I. I went to the movie.
Do you know something? That theatre production, that was
incredible.
Incredible. I love theatre.
Yeah.
But I learnt so much.
Yes.
Because I think he died in the 80s, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I was born in the 80s.
He's my age now. I'm 37 now.
Oh, wow.
I think Bob Marley passed at 37.
Was it 37 or 36? Anyway.
36.
I think
36, yeah, 36.
I feel like it was,
36 or 37. And it's like...
He was young.
That's what I'm saying.
But what he did in his lifetime
That's what I'm saying.
But it's, you know what?
And that kind of changed my mindset too. Because I realised... when you're in your purpose, time collapses. What I've done in the last 3 years, when I go through my phone memories, because it's so much that I have to like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So I go through my phone memories and it's like, what has happened in when you're in alignment, time speeds up.
Nice.
Time speeds up. I was watching this I was watching Tupac's last 10 months of his life. You can probably type it in later if you want to see it on
You know,
YouTube.
listen, I love Tupac.
It's got Tupac's last 10 months of his life from he came out of prison to when he. Oh my God! Like what happened in that 10 months?
Yeah.
Oh my! So it's like even Jesus. Let's use the greatest. That was 3 years from 30 to 33.
Oh my gosh.
What
that was
happened?
crazy.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not the life in the years, it's the years in the life. So it's like that what happened in that, what you can do. When they say your life can change in a year, it's not a joke. But they need to add something on top of that. If you're in alignment, your life can change in a year.
That is
if
so
you're
true.
walking in your your path, what can happen in that year for you?
I'm really, there's something about alignment. There's something about just God, just the other thing I think about when I think about obedience is surrender.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's not easy to, I posted a song actually. Somebody did a version of it. But there's a song by this man called PJ Morton and it's called Let Go. And every time I think of this song, literally it's carried me through good, bad, whatever. And the words are literally let go and let God. And that's what I think about when I think about surrender, because sometimes we believe in God, but we haven't fully surrendered ourselves, because that means that you just have to allow him to just point you in that direction, not to be, I spoke to another young man just last week who had a similar journey where he was taken to another country, but the context and how it happened was totally different. And the outcome was completely different. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's a similar thing.
Yeah.
But because God intervened and was like, right, I'm going to hold you and I'm going to carry you in this moment. Not saying that he didn't carry the other young man, but because you surrendered to it as well, and you chose, you could have chosen a different auntie who didn't believe in God, but you chose her. I think God chose her.
That was. But it's so beautiful the way it's done, because I chose her because of the films I was watching. Remember I said my mum used to watch the African movies, so that was the seed planted then. Okay. If it wasn't for those African movies, I might have had a different metric. So I might have chose an auntie that cooks good food.
That's true.
I might have said, oh my God, her food, I'm going to be eating so well. Do you know what I mean? But because she was so close to the films I was watching, I was like, let me go here. So But
then I've heard a lot of stories about different people that go to live with family and all different things happen.
True.
Do you understand what I mean? So
that's true.
So
there was so much more. That's what I'm saying.
That's why I'm saying you chose her, but God chose you to be in that place. Do you see what I mean?
So I had to go all the way to Nigeria. Can you imagine that? Like, while I was in this country, I had to go all the way to Nigeria to hear that preacher. So that means, like, if you're meant to hear a message, you're going to hear it. I went on a plane. I know. Nigeria's not 2 hours away.
Yeah, but some 14-year-old boys would have been so resistant to that change and to that. I know my friends that I was on a course with. I remember this. We left school. And I did this IT course in the summer holidays before we were about to go to sixth form or college. And I remember this boy, he was acting up. And they shipped him out. And it'd been a threat, that had been told, if you don't do, and they shipped him out. So it wasn't like a good thing. He didn't see it as a good thing. It was like this punishment.
I was distraught. I was crying.
Was you?
Yeah, of course. This is my home. This is all my friends are here.
And you're 14.
And I'm like 14.
And I feel like the transition, when you're younger, it's probably easier to adapt to things than at 14. I don't know what I'd be.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And you're already going through a lot of changes as a 14-year-old. But we thank God.
We thank God. Yeah, we thank God. So when I look back now, it's like my faith muscles is really strong. Sorry. Yeah, when I look back now, it's like my faith muscles is like so strong. I've seen can you imagine what I've seen? What I've been carried through. Boy. So it's like, and I still have, I have doubts. My doubts are out of this world, but I've seen so much proof to counteract the doubts. I think the reason why the beginning stage is so difficult is because there's not enough proof yet to fight back.
But that's
that's where it gets difficult.
The evidence of things that
that's the word
are
I'm
unseen.
looking for, not proof.
Yeah, it's
evidence. The
but
evidence
that's what faith is.
Yes.
It's like there's in Hebrews. Faith is the substance of the things. I can never remember.
That's it. So it's like there's not enough evidence yet. So
this is it. But this
you're
is
literally like you're pumping yourself up. But when you got evidence, not saying it gets easier, but now you can fight.
But now
we can go to war.
God has a track record now.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
So it's a bit like me being
that's how I could
consistent
think about
and reliable as a friend to you.
Yes.
So you're gonna call me because you know you can rely on me to do.
That's how I can write the obedient to the call book. This book has basically taken 20 years.
Oh wow!
When you really think about it, from the covenant from the church to till completion now, all of that time has been a crash course of obedience.
Oh yes,
there's been do you know what I mean?
And I love that you call it that because it's so true.
It's been that
crash
to
course.
write that the whole when you read the book, every chapter is talking about how difficult it is. Someone said if you haven't cried trusting God, then you're not trusting the right God. And it's so true. If tears hasn't come out your eyes or nearly, then not. Because it's,
Now you're really, my gosh.
It's true. It's true.
You know what? I do this thing and I go like this. You know, like sometimes when a child just throws themselves down, like literally, because that's how the Holy Spirit sometimes just slaps you.
Yeah.
Literally. And what you're saying... And the amount of tears I've cried over the last couple of months, Shocka.
Yeah, 100%.
Literally.
Yeah, definitely.
Not because I do trust him, but when different things are kind of like, you're like, really, Dad? Really? But
especially when you've got a mind that's kind of built to look for guarantees. And there's no guarantees. Like, there's only faith.
It is faith. But I told you, he's got a track record. If you look back,
but that's why I said your mind
journey,
looks for that every single time. It's always looking for
that's why it's the battle of the enemy.
That's what
because the enemy comes and says, "Oh no." He puts a doubt.
Yes,
doubt doesn't come from God.
Yes, exactly.
It's him whispering the same way God whispers in your ears, the same way the enemy whispers to you.
Exactly.
You're not good enough. No, that song you just wrote isn't good enough. No, that book didn't sell. That many copies, so why should you write another book? That's not for you. That's the one that comes in my mind, and it's like
exactly.
Yeah. Then I have to remember.
It's like it's like for example now, Section of Your Life, my first book I wrote, that came out through a mental health publishing company.
Okay.
So they only published mental health books.
Oh wow!
So like that was like divinely ordered there, yeah.
Wow!
And then this book, I sent a chapter of it to the woman that helped me put together the first book, and she was like, "Oh, I don't think we're going to be able to publish this one." Because it's like, because it's not. It's a Christian kind of, exactly. Yeah. So it's like, they would love to, but this is we only do. So God's saying, time to test your obedience again, boy, and see if you got faith in me to find you another, publish it. And
I self-published both of my books.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like,
listen, it will come.
That's what I'm saying. We're here again.
And it's
but like, I've got the proof of the first one.
Yeah, of course.
The first time I didn't have. That's why I said I look back and I was like, what kind of? Because think about it, the first one, there was no book, and I'm in hospital.
Yeah,
and I'm telling the patients next door, yo, when I come out of here, I'm gonna have a book.
And they must think, whatever.
And one of them messaged me on. He just got out.
Oh, really?
Recently, can you imagine that? And the last time I got section was 2022.
Wow.
He just messaged me sometime this year saying like, I've just got, and I'm like, yo. And I'm showing him my book. I'm like, yo, remember that? Because I got at the back of the cover of my book, there's a picture of me. That was meant to be the front cover. But one of the patients took it and I told him this is going to be the cover of my book. But the picture they chose is iconic. They did well.
Okay.
But they still put it at the back just for my sanity. But I told him that picture you took of me, this is the book.
Oh, wow.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, whatever was driving me at that time, so having doubts now is disrespectful because you've seen God move and
and he gets vexed, when we doubt him.
Yeah, having doubts now is like completely disrespectful.
No.
So I know now the book's finished. I just know the way he's where it's. We'll see anyway. I'll let you know.
Just trust him.
Yeah, for
He'll
sure.
do what he got to do.
Definitely.
And I think the thing for me is I struggle with rejection. So when I remember I've even found it in my phone the other day, all of that, the templates of the letters that you should write to the publishers to approach them. And I had them all there.
Yeah.
I never sent any letters to
And
any
I'm just
publishers.
gonna do it myself.
I just do it myself.
Yeah.
And same thing. I went to some random thing with my mum. The kids were small. I told you my mum's from Trinidad, so carnival is a big thing. They had like a carnival event, like showcasing the costumes. My mum loves the whole, creativity and whatever. So we went to an event all the way, quite in West London. I can't remember. My kids were small then. And this is a carnival showcase. This woman is sitting here with her books, selling her books, children's books. Okay. Not me. My mum spoke to her and she took the lady's cards. And I think when we didn't even discuss it, but on the way home, she said, oh, this woman, she self-published her books and she helps people to do.
He was like, this is
So it wasn't even that. I just put it in my thing. And then something happened at work, really something that changed my life, the trajectory of my life. One of the young men that I was working with was killed. And it completely changed me to a level that, like, I don't know, it completely broke me.
Yeah.
And I didn't go to work. I just couldn't function properly. And I sat in a coffee shop and I had my little notebook and I had the card of that lady.
Yeah.
And I had the number of a therapist that my friend had given me some months ago. But it just, because I wasn't at work, the kids were at school and whatever, I could actually focus on myself. And I called the lady and I called the therapist the 9th of May 2017. The book got published on the 20, like my book launch was in October of 2017.
Wow.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, so it was, in that, all it was that I needed to not be at work.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean? Because I had space. The book was written. It's so deep, There's so many, like, but I say that to say,
I just thought of the Neo thing again. Remember I said how he had the work system and he had the...
Listen
that was
to me.
literally
I think
like two...
when I watch that film, it's going to be speaking so loudly to me because it's that kind of...
And that film, the reason why it's so deep is because the only thing Morpheus is trying to get Neo to do is...
Take the pill.
Believe.
Oh, is it believe? I don't know. I haven't watched it.
Because there gets a point where
I keep hearing people talking about the pill, the blue pill, the red pill. I don't get it. Don't tell me all of it anyway, because I want to watch
Morpheus is trying to get Neo to believe. Because it gets to a point where he's starting to believe. Because he can see, like, he can, do you know what I mean? And he's we're good now. We're on. So that means that whole...
Matrix is it on Netflix? Probably not.
Is the Matrix on Netflix? I don't know.
I'll find
Should do
it.
though. Should
I've
be.
got enough of all these different ways, but I'm gonna. I really want to watch this. I never wanted. I remember just seeing that thing where he just goes back. Like that's all I remember from that film.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
The last question.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to someone trying to find their purpose?
Two things. Find out what makes you excited. And find out what makes you angry. It's both the opposites as well. What makes you excited and what makes you angry. Both the opposites. But they both lead to the same place.
Oh my God.
Which is beautiful.
I've never heard anyone say it like that.
Yeah. They both lead to the same place.
That is so amazing.
Which is weird because that's the only time opposites can lead to normally they lead different places. They lead what makes you excited, leads you to your purpose. What makes you angry.
I am just like...
Yeah, definitely.
That is the most... like just basic, specific, but so tangible.
That's how I like to learn. I'm a basic learner.
No, but that's how...
And Bob Marley said that about his music. They asked him about his music and he said, if baby can't get it and the adult, I'm not doing it right. A, B, C, a baby can sing that and an adult could. There shouldn't be no, this one's a bit difficult for, no, like, do you know what I mean? It's clear for all age groups. And that's how I like to learn. I'm a very simple person.
I saw the video of you at the school with the kids.
Yes. Does it make sense?
Do you know what? It's that video that made me contact you, you know?
Yes. And I've got like 10 primary schools lined up next month.
I love kids, you know.
Yeah, they're great.
And I love that.
And I can see
love to hear children sing.
Yes.
Like I love that sound. It's beautiful to me.
No,
and how you
the way they were singing
taught them and how they sang. I was just like, oh my goodness.
And you can see the changes in different year groups.
Yeah, you can. It's so.
When year 4 running, they running excited. Then year 5, it gets slower. By the time it gets to year 6,
don't run.
That's what I'm saying.
They don't even want to be there.
And I'm like, I'm like, you're watching it happen.
But we need
real
to
time.
get into secondary schools because mental health is. It's so deep.
Yeah, definitely.
And you know what? I think when young people can relate to somebody, because sometimes mental health is just it's talking. Nobody knows. Nobody's had a tangible example of somebody who's actually
experienced it. That's what I was saying to you. That's what I was saying to you. Because when I go into these schools, I can tell the sort of. I'll show you a message I got from a teacher afterwards. But he was literally saying like, we've never seen our students, because they see their students every day, so they know the difference. There was like, you could hear a pin drop when you was talking. They was all locked in. And it's like, it's just, I don't know, man. It's just crazy.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's
and
beautiful.
And it's a blessing that you have been charged with such a thing to do that.
Yeah.
And just, I don't know. I don't think it takes. I think it is basic. I think we overthink it and make it too complicated and we put pressure on ourselves. But all I saw was this pureness. Yeah. That's what I saw, and that's what we need. We don't need to complicate it.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be all of that. This is just, and I just sense this level, this complete authenticity. Like, this is what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
And I love that. That is what I'm not into the. And even as I say that, with the, it is my little moment in the mirror was like, whatever. But you know what?
But
this is the moment,
like,
isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. That's what I was saying to you.
I get it,
like,
but it's like,
maybe she's meant to be. This is how she's gonna get freed from the situation. Because someone said it. Someone again. I heard someone say that when God wants to take away a fear from you, he puts you right in the middle of it. Oh my
goodness.
So if you're scared of your landlord, you'll come out and he's coming out and you have to, you jam him. And in that, I mean, you and your landlord jam each other. And in that moment, there's nowhere to run and you're looking at it. And then he turns around and says to you, do you know what? I'm going to give you another 2 weeks. And you're like,
yes.
I can't believe it. All this time I was running from him. All I had to do was just see him.
Yeah.
And now he's giving me.
Well, you know
in fact, if I ran from him, he would have made it prolonged. That I've met him now, and then
it's not so bad.
And then you start doing that for every other thing. When something else you're scared of, you're like, okay, cool, let me go and see it.
It's so true, you know. It's so true.
Because it's like I wrote about it in my book. When I came out of hospital, I met this woman called Jamie. I did a podcast like this as soon as I came out. The podcast is called Past, Present and Future.
Okay.
So they talk about your past, maybe about my group, then your present, about what I'm doing, then your future, what you want. And I was talking about renovating mental health hospitals, because the last hospital I was in was a modern hospital and it felt completely different.
Yeah.
And this woman called Jamie that works for the NHS heard the interview and she got in touch with me and she was like, because I was like, I said to the cameras, like, if there's anyone I can do that can help me. And she said, yo, at the end when you said that, I was who I could help you. And she was like, but first, I want you to go into every single mental health hospital and do a performance.
Okay.
And I was like, nah.
Really? Because sometimes it's too fresh.
I was like, I just got out.
Yeah, I get that.
I was like, nah.
I understand that.
I'm not doing that. That's scary. But then something was like, you know what? Just go for it. And I did it. And I did it with Romeo. You know Romeo from So Solid? Yeah. And I grew up on Romeo. Imagine that. That was the gift that God gave me. It's like, if you do it, not only are you going to do it, but you're going to get this relationship. And I saw Romeo, and we're so cool now. I went to a festival and Romeo was performing. You know, they're still like killing it.
Yeah, they're really special.
Killing it.
I'm like,
and
whoa.
Like, I was showing Romeo my room. How crazy that is.
Really?
Because don't forget, my name is called Kenneth in the system, but on the paper it said Romeo's coming to perform and Shocka's coming to perform. They don't know me as Shocka. So when I came into the ward, there was like, oh, Romeo, who's this? And I'm like, they're like, Kenneth, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, I'm Shocka. And they're like, what? You're Shocka? And I was like, yeah, like this is what I do musically, whatever.
Oh, wow.
And when you come into the ward as an artist, it's completely different. The nurses line up to shake your hands.
Oh my
they show you
gosh.
different rooms. They show you around.
I think it's just a different experience when you're not a patient.
No, when you're a patient, you just ambulance straight to your
You know
room.
what I mean?
But when you're an artist,
yeah.
like, it's different. And I was showing Romeo, like, yo, that was my room. I was here 2 weeks ago. So it was so fresh. So I performed at all the hospitals and it took that fear away.
Good.
Because, like, I was scared of being around patients.
Yeah.
And then when I went to perform, I mean, they're right there. They're in the front row. So there's nowhere to... So that's what God does. He'll put you right in the center of your fear and say, do you know what? Let me show you that this ain't going to kill you. But I can't show you that unless I take... If I tell you away from this, you won't believe me. So let me put you in it. You survive it. And then on your way back home, you start thinking, brah, I didn't die.
Yes.
I didn't die.
That's going to be in my head. You know?
Yeah,
the next time I've got a scary thing
I didn't
to
die.
do.
It's like my album that I brought out, my last album, is called Vulnerability is the New Cool. And I always say that. I'm like, everyone's watching me be vulnerable and I didn't die.
On the way here, I was
Because we
talking
think we're
about
going to die. Like, if we
Brené
share,
Brown.
like...
Do you know that lady?
Yeah, she's like the female version of me.
Oh my goodness.
I swear I'm the male version of Brené Brown.
She
has the most popular TED Talk around vulnerability.
Yes, she did. Yeah. And literally just spoke about her this on my way here. And I was saying she says vulnerability is a superpower. And that's 100%. Another thing that you personify, isn't
100%.
it? Just having this power. And my goodness, I am just like, wow.
Yeah, this was beautiful.
It was, wasn't it?
A good chat.
It was a good, different, isn't it? Different. But I'm just grateful.
Yeah,
there's a song that I've got. It's just been, I wake up in the morning, it's just I'll play you the song.
Yeah.
It's by Hezekiah. Gosh, I've lost I can't think of his
surname.
Is it Walker? It's called Grateful. And
I feel like I've heard that song.
It's just literally, there's words, but one of it's just a repetition. Grateful, 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 grateful. And do you know what? This space, and one of my friends texted me. She took me out for my belated birthday and we had a meal and I was typing. It took me a day to kind of process. But you see, when you have beautiful people in your life, you have to let them know.
Yeah,
that
100%.
I'm not waiting till no funeral to be reading something. I'm telling you now. Yeah. And as I was typing the message to her, the tears were like, because this period of my life, the sense of gratitude that I have for the smallest things, people are so like, oh, when this happened, right, this particular moment in time, I'm so grateful. I'm grateful for our conversation today,
definitely.
Because it's blessed me on so many levels. Yeah. And I just ask God to just continue to bless the people that sit here with me. Yeah. And just for your voice to continue to be heard. Yeah, definitely. Because people can't always relate to me. But the person sitting here, and that's why I ask different people to come, because
that's a good thing you do that, because we're all going to touch different people.
And it's not, mine is not about, I don't look at how many followers people have, Mine is about, is their message aligned with the message that I'm communicating? Yeah. If it is, come on, let's sit here and have a conversation.
We can't even, the kind of lanes that we're in, we can't even look at that kind of metrics. We're in the impact business. We can't look at that metrics, because that metric will make our work too easy. What tests our obedience is the fact we can't see the numbers.
That is so true.
So that's where the fight comes in. Is this really worth it? Should I go today? Who's listening? Am I sure? Do you know what I mean?
Though?
If it's getting millions of followers, you would jump up and go.
Because
I know my next. That's what I'm saying. I know my next episode. There's 1 million. I can't wait to let me wear my best. Do you know what I mean?
You know something?
They don't really test your obedience.
You just reminded me of something that God spoke to me years ago. I think it was probably about 2018. So I started off. I've done a lot of different things, but I started off doing events in the community, mainly women. And there was a particular event that I had these really good guests come in, and they were coming to speak. And on the day, they couldn't make it. One son was sick.
Yeah.
The other one, what happened? Somebody she had a catering company and one of the like serving staff had injured and she had to take them to things that you just, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I was like, I've advertised that these people are coming to speak. People have come because these people are coming to speak.
Yeah.
So I don't obviously have any plan B.
Yeah.
But what happened, I had to speak. And I told, because I'm not a person that would I told him exactly. I remember crying.
Yeah.
Actually, do you know something? I was wearing this same, and I've not worn this thing.
Yeah,
I found it in my cupboard. I was like, does it still fit? And I put it on today. It's the same outfit I was wearing on the same event. That is so...
That's crazy.
That is so crazy. That's crazy that I even remember it.
Yeah.
And I remember crying and saying, this wasn't how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But you see, the moment of the vulnerability is what people connected to.
Yeah, definitely.
And I've literally, but when I was doing my events, same thing, I'm working to pay for the venue. I'm working to do these things. And it's not giving a return. Do you know what I mean? And most people would quit. Yeah. But I kept on going. Don't know if it's stupidity or whatever it was. Yeah. But God whispered, don't look at the numbers.
Yeah.
And you know something? It's the same for this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I watch podcasts, right?
Because if you want numbers, there's stuff you can do to get numbers. And there's an occupation you can do to get numbers. But for you to be doing something like this, purpose personified, not saying purpose can't generate numbers and all of that, but that's an add-on.
People just
when
want to watch
my mental health journey,
rubbish.
I say it all the time. When I got nominated for my first award, mental health award, I could not believe there was even mental health awards.
Yeah.
I was like, what? People celebrate?
Yeah.
This is not, this like, wait, what? It weren't making sense.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I wasn't telling people, I'm going to get best mental health advocate of the, I didn't even know, do you know what I mean? Like,
it was a thing.
I had no idea. I didn't even know you can get paid for doing talks. I'm talking for free. Any opportunity I get, I was just going to like,
share your story.
The first time someone said, so the email, and this is the fee that we have for you, I looked at it again. I was like, But by that time, it couldn't really throw me off because I had already put in my hours of doing it for free. So when I saw the fee,
so it was like a bonus.
It was like I really felt the fee. Do you know what I mean? It's like I really earned that fee.
Yeah.
You know, like when you go to work, the reason why we don't really appreciate the job is like because I put in my hours, so I get paid. You know what I mean? Like, I worked 5 days a week, so pay me for my 5 days. Whereas stuff like this, you can do 10 years and not get nothing. Then on the 11th year, someone offers you 100 bags. And that 100 bags is going to feel like 1.2 mil because of like all the times that you had to wake yourself up in the morning to show up and like, you know what I mean? It's a different...
Thank you, Shocka.
It's a different payment. It's different.
It does pay differently.
It's different.
Maybe
even music.
Maybe it might be.
I remember
like
when I first someone gave me an envelope after a performance. I was like, "What's this?" And I looked at it. Is that you want to give it back? They're like, "No, that you was ready to do the performance for free envelope." So like, that's when you really enjoy money. That's why when they say like, you know, when you do what you love, you don't work a day, because that's when you really enjoy. When you're doing what you love, and then someone, because that happens all. I did a documentary for Snapchat. And they said that like I'm not getting paid. And I was like, cool. And I did it. And then like at the end of it, they came with like this envelope at the end and said, this is a gift from like the Snapchat team or whatever. Wow. And like I genuinely was I know
from
people,
your heart.
Like people probably look at it, it's like, yo, Shocks, your Snapchat. They've got a bunch of like, but like it was
their
one of
budget
their
is
it was
big.
one of their first I did their first mental health documentary. First one they ever did, and like I did it, so I don't know if it was new. They didn't know how it was gonna, obviously metric wise, because when you go into that world, you know, like
it's
as much as you want to do your purpose thingy thing, make sure that we're getting our money, or else, you know, and that's an issue I've kind of faced coming. I was just telling, so weird, because I was just telling Quabs downstairs, I was telling him like, I was crazy going into every record label and all the A&Rs that I've sat with trying to give them this album because like the music that's on there, the message that's on there, it don't make sense. But that was the desperation. It don't make sense because like I know they're listening to the music thinking, what we meant to do? Like, what are we going to do with this? I have to do that. I have to show them what it visually looks like. That's why my new album is called The People Choose Their Kings. Because you guys can't choose me. As much as I've been programmed all my life to believe that you guys are the ones that's going to, you know, give me money and amplify me to the next level, you're going to still direct me back to the people. You're still going to ask me, what does the people think of your music? How much are the people streaming it? It still goes back to the people. So let me use my phone and go to the people directly and let the people choose who they want their king to be. Do you know what I mean? Like AG. Wow. Why is AG the most popular DJ? He went, the people chose their king. He took it.
It's so crazy.
He's the personification of the people choose their kings. When I do the documentary, I would love to get him in there. That's my guy anyway, so hopefully he'll do it. But he is the living embodiment of it. He went straight to the streets. And people thought he was crazy.
Anyway, I'm not going to go on that tangent, but yeah, I find it very interesting. I just saw something talking about how much he's earned and what.
Oh, see, now we're at that point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, and I was like,
but he's done that. Remember I was saying when you do the
10,000.
So like, even that, what he's earning, he don't care about it. It's a bonus to him. He was out there for 3 years. I don't know if you saw the video he put out recently of when he's DJing in Wood Green in front of no one.
No.
And someone was filming from the corner.
Oh, really?
Basically filming as in like,
slightly,
look at this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Trying to take the mic.
Yeah, like look at this guy.
And now look. It's all right. It's good. It's all good. So
yeah, I let the people choose. So everything I do now, I go directly to the people. And when the people say yes, everyone comes with it. Because they want the people themselves. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's the whole point. When people do sponsored and partnerships with you, that's the point. They're coming for the portion of the people that you have.
Yes.
You've got 10,000 followers.
No, I've seen that. So
like, just cut everyone out and go directly. You know what I mean? If you've got an idea, just post it to your audience. What do you guys think of this? Let them tell you straight away. We don't need no... Yeah.
That's why I always go back to my dad. Because honestly, Shocka,
exactly.
I would not do no podcasts. This is not in my...
Exactly.
This wasn't in my plan. But that's why God knows what he's doing. And I just have to trust him and go with it. Because, it wasn't... This wasn't something that I had ever considered.
Yeah.
But that is the beauty of him. So I like him just taking the lead. Because sometimes I think I know, but I really don't.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm just looking forward to reading the books.
Yes.
Hearing your music. I've got a lot of work to do after this conversation.
Have you heard Vulnerability is a New Cool?
No. But I feel like I've got to go back to... I need to see that thing with... Did you say...
ITV?
No.
What?
I love documentaries. You said you had a grime song from back in the day. So I feel like I need to go back... No?
No,
okay.
I think start from, no.
No. Okay.
That's cool. You can still go there if you want to see it.
But sometimes
because it'll show you the journey. Yeah, it'll show you the growth. Yeah. But like, yeah.
The new stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Good. All right.
Definitely.
So I'm going to put your information in the little thing. I never remember what it's called. There's a bit of a bio in YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't know the technicals. Do you know what? I'm looking forward to the day. I said this morning. I said it to my husband.
Yeah.
When I don't have to think about what I'm wearing, right? Because there's someone who's already picked my outfit for me. Yeah. And they do my hair and my makeup and my nails, because every time I'm always fighting to try and, sort everything out.
Yeah.
And the fact that, So I'm looking forward to that day.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm looking forward to that. And I'm looking forward to the day where I have a whole team, like you spoke about, the lady who directed your art today.
Yeah, it's a beautiful feeling.
Someone who is like the social media. So I don't have to post this because I'll be honest, I love talking. I'm good at this stuff. Doing the posting and all that.
I feel you.
Literally.
I feel you.
It is like,
I feel you.
I find that really difficult.
I feel you. And when you get your team, you're really gonna...
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
You're going to be staring at them when they're walking around, because you're going to be thinking... I remember you wasn't here.
Yes.
I was like, yo, where did you lot come from? They're like, why are you staring at us? No, keep doing their thing. But you're thinking, Jesus.
I'm looking forward to that. Yeah. So anyone who wants to get at me to help me with any of those things.
What I do want to leave you with, that's on my heart to say to you, is just focus on building your community one by one. Because that community is going to be worth so much. That's the era that we're going into now. We're going into community building. Everyone's going to have their little communities. and just build your community one person at a time. Answer every DM. I answer every DM.
I don't get DMs, to be fair.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, when that, because it's gonna happen.
Okay,
yeah, when it comes, try and answer every DM.
Oh,
like,
do you know something?
So much.
Anyone who messages me,
yeah, for sure.
I always do.
Obviously, there's some that's a bit, that you have to.
Yeah.
But like, the ones I'm talking about.
No,
those they stay with you.
I am like that anyway.
So important.
So, and I don't think that would ever change of me,
it's
because
so important.
Yeah,
so important, because you don't even know what. You don't even. I had a supporter that just messaged me every morning just for me to reply, and that's it. That's all they wanted. Good morning. I'm like, you good?
Do you know something?
They'll be like, thank you. And I'm like, what? And then later on, they told me, you don't understand. Like, I listened to your music, and then being able to talk to the actual person, get a response from the actual person. That. In my head, it was doing something. I'm me though, innit? So I'm just seeing it as, oh, good morning. Yeah, hi, how you doing? They're like, thank you. I'm gone now.
Do you know
what I mean?
Something?
That was like enough.
What I miss, because I started off doing it on Instagram Live, I miss that connection. Because I like connecting.
That's what I'm saying. Like, focus on that.
And people used to do that.
But go live again and like,
maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Go live again and build that community one member at a time, and that will keep you so occupied from like thinking about numbers and money, because you're going to be.
Think about
I'm just saying in general that will just keep you so busy, because you're going to be so obsessed with trying to build the serve your community.
You know what's really funny as well? My cousin is like a marketing probably guru. She's very high up in her world, and I remember she said this to me like a few years ago.
She's right.
And so maybe I need to hit her up again to say like, well, how do I build this community?
Because that's and say, look, can you help me? Because you were saying about something that can help with the socials.
Yeah.
Normally our team is around us.
Yeah, that's true.
They're right underneath our nose, but we just look at. That's why I said, show me how to like.
Yeah, no.
But show me how to see.
No, and you know what?
Because when he shows you, you look again and be like, Danielle.
Yeah.
You're always talking about styling.
Yes.
Can you style me?
I had a friend.
That's what I'm saying. Then you'd be like, definitely. Oh, Joseph. Like, that's what, like, I can't pray that prayer.
No, I'm going to, I really will.
Because you'll go on your timeline one day.
But sometimes it's for those people to come to me as well, because it's like, I am not, how can I explain it?
No, but you would fish them. That's why I said you would fish them out. Because don't forget, everyone's got their own destinies.
It's so
for them to switch it off just to come in, it don't work like that.
And I had a friend, and it was like that.
That's
it was
what I'm
like,
saying.
We met randomly, and then I was speaking a lot at that point.
They've got their own lives. So you would have to propose something that makes sense for them to want to say, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if you've got to pay. Yeah. I've got one of my friends that does my... is my creative director. He does all my vlogs that you see or anything you see. It's him that does it. I try my best to pay him every month, because he's human too. He's got to live. If someone comes and offers him something more than me, he's gone. So like, and he's my brethren. He's incredible, and he's the best person I can have, because I can be so vulnerable with him when we're recording, because he knows me.
Yes.
Instead of having a stranger do it, and I can't really open up.
I just thought of someone. Yeah, there are. I will.
Trust me, like,
and sometimes I'm not very good at asking for help. Honestly, it's something that I have to get better at. So I will. So for anyone who's watching, who I haven't asked, who specialise in any of those things that I spoke about, please hit me up, because I need some help. Definitely. Yeah. Definitely. Even I have to just big up the guys in the studio, right?
Thank you a lot, man. Because we probably, how long? Is that 3 hours?
It's 2? Not. We haven't been 2 hours or 3 hours.
Surely it's 2.
You know why I wanted to big them up? Because they have been such a blessing and such a help, and they see and understand the vision of this.
Yeah.
And that's just thank you.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate you a lot. But this has been an amazing episode, and I just feel a sense of pride when I put things out, because I watch it and I'm like, wow, that's good. It's like, and I see what people want to see. I see what people watch,
or what they would like to see,
and what they would like to see.
Definitely.
That's not me. I'm not in that business. I'm in God's business.
And look at your the last thing I'll say as well is, look at your episodes like a series.
Yes.
So whenever someone does stumble across
don't say that, because Jernine
seriously.
will kill me, because he
said the same thing.
Listen, he actually does it.
Yeah.
But the posting is what I struggle with.
Yeah. Look at it like a
That
series.
is what I really struggle with.
So you're building like, so
Oh my
whenever your
gosh.
fans come and
I don't
find
want
it.
Jermaine to watch this because he's
No,
gonna
honestly,
cuss
Jermaine,
me.
I'm with you. When your community stumble across it, they're gonna have so many episodes to
Okay.
watch. They're gonna have. How many have you done?
Episodes?
Yeah, how many
Oh
have you
my
done?
God.
In the hundreds, 50s, 20s?
Probably, I would say, I used to do it every week
Yeah.
for 2 years. Oh,
Yeah.
anyway, I can't do the maths, but there's a lot of content.
Beautiful. That's beautiful.
And it's all on YouTube.
Because when that one hits,
Yeah. Yeah, that's
you know,
it.
like artists
No,
when
I get
they
it, I
look
get
at
it. When a song
what's that name
goes-
for that girl that made Anxiety? Dolce.
I don't
They
know who
pulled
she
that.
is.
That song was old, you know.
I don't like that song.
But I'm
Anyway,
just saying,
you
that
know, I
song-
get it. No,
that song
it's
was
not.
old.
It's not her or anything, but it's the message.
Yeah. No, I feel you, but that's just an example
Yeah,
I'm
no,
giving.
I get
that
it.
song was 2
But
years
even
old.
songs that are on TikTok. So my
that's what I'm
children,
saying.
I can't remember what the song was. It was like I call them songs guilty pleasures. So they're like top of the pops. Not music that you really like, but you maybe like Oasis.
yeah.
It's not my genre of music, but you
And
were
they'll pop
singing.
back up.
And now my kids are singing this.
That's
and
what
I'm
I'm
like,
saying.
Hold on a minute. How do you know that
Yes,
song? Oh,
that's what-
mummy, it's on TikTok.
That's what I'm saying.
So I'm like, oh, okay.
That's what I'm
okay.
saying. And Oasis will just get a call from their manager one day saying, "We're back in business, guys."
They what? What do you mean?
That's
They
what-
sold out the
that's
concert the
what
other day.
See, the manager's like, "Guys,
We're back
what are
in.
you doing?" This I'm just on the cell phone. Like, no, get in the gym. We're
It's
going back
so
on
true.
tour.
It's so
It's
true.
like just have the episodes. Just let it. You know.
They're there.
there.
But thank you again.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and just God bless. I want you to just watch this content, learn, apply, and just
Apply.
that's the thing.
word. Apply.
Wisdom is applied knowledge.
Yes. Apply.
That's it.
That's it.
Take
See you
care.
later.
See you later.
Bye.